Welcome to Holding Down the Fort by U.S. VetWealth. I'm your host, Jen Amos, a Gold Star daughter, veteran spouse, and upcoming author. This season is dedicated to our seasoned spouses preparing for military transition. Together, we'll explore what happens when we stop following orders and start choosing what comes next. Because you too are retiring. And now it's your turn. Let's get started. All right. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Happy fall. I think I said this already in the past episode or 2 or 3, but it's so great to be past summer. Anyway, today is going to be a more casual episode. In fact, if you are listening to this episode, it's because I have some travel plans, and I figured that in case I don't have time to produce a more dense episode, then why not have something like this where I give you all updates on the show and what's going on with me and all that. So first and foremost, I have been having a ton of fun since the end of summer when I started diving back into online networking events. And if you are someone in the military, whether you're going through military transition or you're retiring or you're just looking to network with other military connected entrepreneurs, you can go check out one of my past episodes. I'll share it in the show notes. I don't have the episode top of mind, but I do make a list of networking events, free networking events online that I've had the fortune of attending. And it's been a fun journey because I'm evolving my messaging as I go, and I'm refining the types of people I want to network with for this next season, not just for the show, but where I'm at as an entrepreneur and an upcoming author. So one of the things that I've been doing too is being able to reap the fruits of my labor by starting to have one-to-one calls with people that I've met at these networking events, or if people have reached out to me, or if they've been referred to me. And in stepping out of the group networking scene to one-to-one calls, I continue to discover and uncover and refine my objectives and, my mission for the show and the work that I do in the military community. So I say all this to bring you along my journey as I go, building as I go and discovering as I go. And it's interesting because in coming back to the show, it prompted me to look up past guests of the show. And in general, it's really cool to see a mix of entrepreneurs or guests who've been on the show, whether they were in the community or for the community. Although there are some who continue to be consistent with their mission, there have been a lot of people I've observed who have pivoted or updated their missions, their objectives in life, whether that's entrepreneurship or what post-military looks like, or they got to change a job, or they decided to rebrand. And it's just reassuring as a content creator to witness all that. And I think that's what makes it really special to have hosted the show for 6 years, because I get to see that I am not alone in ever evolving, ever growing, pivoting, refining, fill in the blank. The point is that I'm constantly changing, I'm constantly growing, and I'm reassured that I'm not the only one. So that's why I'm sharing this very candid episode, and I hope that you can relate in your own way. So that being said, I want to share with all of you that my husband and I are actively open to networking and finding potential referral partnerships to invest in. And I have been able to update my own personal objective for the show and my role at U.S. VetWealth. So let me go ahead and read it to you. I use a little bit of AI technology, aka ChatGPT, to help me phrase it in different ways in case it helps you better understand who I'm interested in speaking to. So the last person that I emailed inviting to be a guest on the show, it's a fun update there. One thing you'll have to look forward to in the upcoming episodes are guests. I'm sure you're tired of hearing from me, and don't worry, that wasn't the intention to just always make it about me for the show, but to eventually bring people in who align with my own vision. And what I've been sharing with people lately to be considered a guest on the show is this. I'm just going to read it to you verbatim. I said, our objective for this season on Holding Down the Fort by U.S. VetWealth is to offer education, resources, and perspectives from the private and nonprofit sector to encourage our seasoned spouses and retirees to expand their choices and options beyond the military. So what does that mean? Well, thanks to ChatGPT, I can rephrase that. So what that means is this season, we are sharing stories, tools, and lessons from people outside the military. So this doesn't mean that I'm exclusively interviewing civilians. This can be, again, this can be retirees, this can be military spouses and post-military, this can be veterans. So these are the type of people I would like to invite to the show, particularly from the private and nonprofit sectors. So whether you're a business owner or a solopreneur or you're a nonprofit, these are the types of people I'd love to invite to the show to help our seasoned spouses and retirees who are going through military retirement to explore more possibilities outside the military for their next chapter. Another way to look at it is this season is all about showing our seasoned spouses and military retirees how much more there is out there outside of the military by learning from private and nonprofit leaders who've built success beyond the military world. Okay, so hopefully that worked out. Hopefully one of those resonated with you. And if it did, I would be very interested in speaking with you. I think I mentioned this in my About page for the website, but I would also request that you read the introduction to my book, The Military Spouse Benefit Plan, to get an example, an idea of the direction I'm taking the show. And if my book is in alignment, if the spirit of my book is in alignment with you, I'd love to talk further. Speaking of my book, I'm also very excited to share that the first chapter will be released soon. I've been constantly sharing with everyone that once this book is done, it will be free via ebook. Physical copies, we'll get to that later. But in the meantime, I'm excited to share that now that the introduction has been floating around out there, I think it's about time to also release the first chapter to you. So be on the lookout for that. The best way to get access to the first chapter of my book is to simply subscribe to our show, InsideTheFort.com. And you will receive instructions in your email on how to get access to the introduction and the first chapter of my book. Also remember that the download will provide a free copy of my husband's book, Don't Forget Your War Chest. And this speaks to military retirees who want to make a confident and informed decision about the survivor benefit plan. The Military Spouse Benefit Plan focuses on the spouse's perspective on the SBP, but for Don't Forget Your War Chest, that's more for the military retiree. So you are getting 2 for 1 when you decide to subscribe to the show, InsideTheFort.com, and choose to download the free copy of my book, the introduction plus the first chapter. All right, so those are some of my updates. The last thing I want to share is that our company, US Vet Wealth, has future plans to host networking events. And so in spirit and by inspiration of the networking events I've attended, my husband and I have decided that we are going to host our own too. And so more details on that, if you're looking for networking opportunities with military-connected professionals, then make sure to subscribe to the show, InsideTheFort.com, to get more details on that, which that will too be free. So don't you just love all the free stuff? Free podcast, free books, not just one, but 2. And then now free networking events. I mean, I think it's great. And it's all online. And you could take it with you wherever you go. So that's what I love about it. Just all digital stuff. So, because we live in a digital world. And I'm a digital girl. That's a little joke on Madonna song. Anyway, I think that is all I have to say for now. Again, if you hear this episode, it likely means that I am traveling and I did not have time to produce another episode. So this is what you get. And look forward to what's to come with guests on our show, upcoming networking event, releasing the first chapter of my book, all the fun things. All right. Thanks so much for listening and talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for listening. If you're seeking a second opinion on the Survivor Benefit Plan, subscribe to our podcast now at InsideTheFort.com. That's InsideTheFort.com. Once you subscribe, you will receive a free download to the introduction of my book, The Military Spouse Benefit Plan. Why? Because you've spent years holding it down for your family, and we are dedicated to helping you own what's next. See you on the inside at InsideTheFort.com, or we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.